button is hit.
Very well.
Although, I'm not really expecting, like, anyone to show up to this.
Do you suppose there's someone who, like, every day searches Twitch to see if anyone's playing hylics?
Probably not.
It's like, oh, man.
Well,
hylics, I love that game.
Love this game. It's going to be a fun one. There's no controller support for this one, so I'm just intuiting that this is a X and Z game. I press
well,
X and
yeah.
Z to play.
If it's RPG Maker, then there's kind of a known default.
Yeah,
loadout.
I don't know if I think this is either Game Maker or RPG Maker. I don't remember which one. I just declared it was RPG Maker.
I see.
That's the mood I get from it. Is that style of game?
Right. Oh, wait. What is the this is a game window, right?
Yeah, it's a game. It also just runs in a tiny window. It has its own icon. It doesn't have the Game Maker thing in the task
well, what
bar.
What does the icon look like?
Oh, it's a dragon.
It is okay. That is.
I think that's Game
RPG Maker.
It's RPG Maker. Okay, so I was right.
Absolutely,
it is an RPG Maker game.
Yeah. So, like, if you launch something like Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass, it's the same icon. So yeah. Okay. Well, it's like, without you telling me, it is red in color primarily.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. Okay.
So if you were on a desert island, Kaz, what would you bring with you as your item to go?
I don't know. I'm thinking like half a car.
A being greatly smears the ocean. The people extrude out of the homunculus. And I thought I was playing the poorly translated game yesterday. Waka Waka. What was Chester's cap called? Hap hip hum.
Hap top hum.
Hap top hum.
Hap top hum.
The hap top hum. It is a chemical blow of memory. It is a microcosm. Man. See, those actually mean.
What are your thoughts on dithering? Because
I'm a big dithering fan.
Okay, then this is definitely the game for you.
This is definitely the game for you. Make sure I'm just gonna quickly look at the stream though, just to make sure the dithering looks okay. There, it does. Because I cheated. I'm capturing at 1080 and then outputting to 720 because the game's like tiny resolution. And I wondered if the dithering might mess with that, but it didn't.
Okay.
So the game's immediately very striking looking, right?
Yes. Quite a bit.
In concavity. Meanwhile, Gibby, King of the Moon, avenges a lard. And the corporation Radiant's Mandible. Thus, your story begins.
Okay, I understood none of that. Welcome to Act 1.
I think there was.
We made it out of clay.
I think there is. To understand.
I was promised that a lot of this game would be like photographs of clay models of things, and so far that's paying off.
Now this is a chest. Your life savings. You get $53.
Typical. Can you pet the cat? You know what? I'm gonna say yes.
The cat has the same head as you. As our man.
Oh, well, you know how pets tend to look like their owners. I don't know how that happens, but... Oop. We're getting some ideas.
Learned ablative hollow pleather.
I'm gonna guess that's a defensive skill.
Yeah, sounds like it.
We learned it twice. That's good. Pressing some button should allow you to get a menu. Probably. Oh, things.
Wayne.
Yes.
We're playing as Wayne.
Wayne. King of the Moon.
He has that was Pilly or something. Was King of the Moon. Wayne merely has the moon for a head.
Oh, I thought because we have a moon for a head. That
we have 50 flesh and 100 will. We have no things.
Alas.
Okay, this is an X and C game. We have...
Okay, there's our ablative hollow pleather.
What?
And hypno sigils.
Guards and heals 30% of flesh.
Okay.
Probably causes enemies to fall asleep.
That's what I do with 30 will. We just have a gun.
Yeah, so we have Wayne, who has 16 mightiness, 25 texture, 12 jollity, 9 cooking, 30 guts, and 1 philology.
Only 1 philology. Gotta get on that.
And he has a pistol. I think just a pistol. There's no bullets.
Yeah, we don't have a deflector, crown, garb, or accoutrement.
There's no pistol, though.
See, the reason that I don't think this is actually, like, mixedly translated from an original source through several languages back to what we're reading is that you would not end up with things like philology.
No.
Like, the words tend to become more simplified,
Yeah, this is very deliberate.
Yeah.
Not anti-deliberate. Wayne is feeling revolving.
Okay.
I can save from here.
Most RPG Maker things are save anywhere kind of games. Gamer. Hey. Okay. Gamer's okay. Okay, so before we get too far into hylics, I want us to make the promise that we usually make to ourselves about these games. If this actually really sucks, we can stop.
No,
we don't have to complete it.
Now here's what I think. I know this game, Hylics 1, is very short.
Okay.
We should at least power through this game, no matter what happens. Just because it'll take us like...
Alright.
This might be a 2-streamer,
Okay. Yeah. So that's essentially like what I was asking for, right? Like, I guess just by time limit.
I found some toilet paper.
Probably for the best.
Warm burrito was found.
Warm burrito. Oh man.
Yeah, the toilet burrito.
We were just talking about. Do you remember the other night when we were talking about? I was asking for like a cool fridge that wasn't cold.
Yeah.
And we ultimately decided that I should get a sous vide machine and just throw stuff in my toilet.
Yeah.
Like in the tank.
I think the game's vibing on that. Yeah, but your space toilet was too advanced for this technique.
It was. It has a warp drive, so there is the chamber it won't fit that much. So the other thing is that warp drives grow this mysterious mold that nothing kills.
That's the dilithium crystals. Revives dead ally and restores...
I guess that's why they always have enough dilithium crystal. It just grows.
It just grows. Alright.
Okay, plenty of trash cans. Love it. Found the trash can lid, which is customarily what you find in other trash... Oh man, you smushed the clay of it. Nice.
Trash can lids are mobilized in times of strife. Raises evasion rates 10%.
Oh.
Oh, I can wear the toilet paper.
We're wearing the toilet paper. Okay. I wonder if that'll affect people's attitudes toward us, although I really don't know what Wayne's life is like, so...
Can be wearing his rudimentary body armor.
Use what you got, right?
A UFO?
Yeah, squirrel. And a llama. How nice. I really love the like comic booky font.
Yeah, the font is very good.
I like the size of it too. Especially nowadays, games tend to have like really tiny letters on screen because they're all like, however many K's worth of size of screen real estate, and it's like, witness our beautiful, bounteous expanse of like supersized awesomeness, and then the text is really like shit small. I can't fucking read it, and there's no options to make it bigger, which I think is especially weird. Like they give you volume control. Why not like me text size if I have to read that much?
Oh my god, they make Charlie Brown adult noises. Wow, 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 wow. To the northeast is Norfit. May it endure for 1,000 years. Sounds like we're going northeast. Game is having some things in it where I criticized Bloodborne for earlier, of not having a clear goal.
Being aimless? Yeah.
No.
Oh.
On a world map.
All right. We got a world map. Don't mind that at all.
Good advice.
Go
to the northeast.
Oh, yeah, the sign even kind of says that, right? Like, if you looked at it, it was like a finger, someone losing a finger to a skull.
That is what skulls do.
I love it.
Oh man, look at that guy.
Yeah, they're really vibing.
And lies Mount ahead lies Mount Mopelabor. Beware the wicked cone cultists.
Ooh, okay.
Wow. Augmented scientists will falsify her behavior, or oceans will exalt astride my vessel. Everything makes like just enough sense to just truly elude you, I think. It feels like very dreamlike. Meat.
Found meat.
Remnant of a sentient being you destroyed. It might come in handy later.
Oh. But it's not a key item either, so I feel like there's a bit of conveyance missing, perhaps. Oh, does that one just make noise?
I grow insects.
Ah, well.
There's a stick of dynamite in the box, so of course you take it. No, getting body blocked by insects.
Oh, were those stairs not a place?
They may be. I'm
okay.
I'm exploring.
Getting the lay of the land. Oh boy.
He was wrongfully beating their Remir's mountain. Cycloid shriveled massive delusion exhume her art. Jelly beside dirt. Okay. I had this game has come recommended. I don't know if it's just all nonsense or not, though. Like this guy. The cult permits nothing to leave Mopelabor. In this way, there's no hope to provoke a reverse erosion. See that makes sense. In the way that like that doesn't. Let's go into that little stair down at the bottom by the insects. Oh, there's a couch. Can I sit on the couch? I can destroy the couch.
You have defeated. Oh, the base is going places in here. I can read a frozen.
I have a warm burrito, so I don't.
Yeah,
need
we have
to
a warm
microwave.
burrito. So maybe you can get frozen burritos and then turn them into warm burritos.
Frozen projectiles can be effective projectiles. Feel safe when you walk outside.
Okay. Frozen burrito, sure enough.
Oh, you get an attack item, but if you microwave it, you can get a healing item. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
Recovers 75 will. 80% juice, 20%
20% box. You know,
I'll buy a
why
juice
not?
box.
Might come in handy.
Give me some will. I took some...
Is it possible to sell the dynamite? Yeah, right. When did you take damage?
I think I gained health, that's what happened.
Oh.
I could sell the dynamite.
Well, like, I'm saying that he sells it for 5,000 bucks, so that might be, like, the easy money.
It might be. Or it might... Like, I don't know how many burritos I need. Or juice boxes and burritos.
Oh my god. Like the speed run of this game where you just, like, buy 50 burritos and toss them. I don't know. I don't know what anything looks like. I'm still trying to take things in.
Yeah.
I feel the game has yet to truly hit its stride. And, you know, the game doesn't have to hit its stride at, like,
instantly.
minute 5 or whatever.
Yeah,
we've
been playing.
There's plenty of room.
We've been playing for about 10 minutes. And a lot of it has been just kind of scratching our noggins at what is happening. This was a GDQ game.
Oh,
Did they
wow.
sell the burrito for, or sell the dynamite for burritos? Need an instrument for stabbing or bludgeoning? If so, you've come to the right place.
I'm not sure that we do need such a thing. Like, we have a pistol. What's a bat compared to that?
What's it like to be a... Well, our pistol has no bullets. So we're pistol whipping people with it.
Oh. Alright, well, maybe a bat would be better for pistol whipping.
Yeah, bat, dirk. All dirk and no play increases flesh by 30. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Weaponized utensil increases will by 50. Yeah, see, look, this is +6, this is +11, this is
yeah,
+29.
now I'm seeing that.
Like,
right.
I could maybe buy a dirk if I sold my dynamite. But I want to see what enemies are like before.
Right.
Nothing in that one.
Okay.
I'm stealing from you. Juice box is found.
Hey, juice box.
If you want to use the tub, it's going to be 25 bucks.
Well, we already know that that's the inn.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh.
sure. And we will think about climbing a ladder, and then by the time we're done thinking about it, we've done it.
I'm purifying it.
Oh wow, actual like
Gameplay
text
knowledge
that we already intuited. Thanks.
My armors will raise your maximum flesh points. Some of additional bonuses. Behold their magnificence. Torso shell. Giant metal dome apparel, too large to be worn with any other armor. Oh! This is your classic.
Oh yeah, the full plate.
Yeah, full plate.
Plus 195.
When worn,
amazing.
Attacks have a 10% chance of blinding targets. Yeah, 195. Many times. So yeah, I got extra health from the toilet paper is what happened.
Okay. Well, that's, you know, just like flat giving you more hit points rather than like messing with defense values is definitely a way to do it. In a way that's like less ambiguous.
The clerk describes this as mil-spec biomod. Allows wearer to wield 2 weapons.
Well, with more tendons, then sure. So that is wow. That's some heavy angle shooting at what's it called? Shadowrun. You can get biomods in that.
Yeah.
It was like the oldest thing I've heard of that primarily had that as a system.
Can be formed into a nugget for easy portability. 20% of wearer's normal attacks will inflict poison status. Prevents blind status.
Bleak cellophane.
Well, they asked me if I had heard of it.
Oh, and now you're down here. So that was stairs the whole time.
Oh, I think I accidentally.
There
we go.
Oh,
I kind of got stuck.
Yeah, I could see the text box cursor at the bottom of the screen, but there was no text box up.
Okay, it didn't turn my warm burrito into a hot burrito. So the mechanized city might be just a town. Or I could try going this way. Ooh. This song's pretty cool. I want to save. I've bought things. Here we go.
Violence. It's time.
Is this an Earthbound?
Digging the backgrounds.
Let's try our hypno sigils.
Sure. Yes.
Wayne can't see a damn thing. Okay. I have become blind.
That might make this hard.
Let's attack the one that's not asleep.
Sure.
You can like see the status symbol on it. Yeah, I missed. Well, I evaded.
Okay. No longer blinded. And one of them woke up.
Yeah, Cone Statue woke up.
Shit.
Yeah, Cone. Oh. Okay, Cone Statue is who we need to get rid of. I'm going to use Hypno Sigils again.
Yeah, that'll show him.
That's a powerful move. I think that said cultist is slam like that. Okay, attack.
Snap at. I love it.
They do wake up after you hit them. Oh, its mightiness went up. Oh shit.
Oh dear.
One of them is sulking.
Oh, man.
Let's use a blade of hollow pleather.
That's probably a good time for it.
Yeah, we're taking much less damage now.
But very good hollow pleather.
One of them is sulking. The text goes by a little fast.
Yeah.
I'm going to die.
It's fine. We've only exhausted all of our resources. I'm sure nothing that bad's gonna happen. Besides, we just saved.
Yeah, we just saved. Well. Wayne was slain.
Whoa! Yes!
Hell yeah, dude!
Oh my god. Those were some satisfying visuals. Wait, where are we now?
We're in the afterlife.
Oh. Alright. Well, that was fast.
Oh!
Oh! The meat machine.
The executive balcony is down the stairs. Only those who have died 3 times are allowed there. You need to die 2 more times.
Sure. I think that's going to be easy enough. Oh, these are reflections of the crystals that you have touched in the world.
Okay, me look at my body. Yeah, I'm at 1.
Makes sense.
Snap on the couch. See what happens.
Do you want
to reload?
Well, no, I think this is the way you get back. I wanted to use the meat machine.
Oh, I thought this was
that's probably fine.
I thought this was a healing place.
Well, the bathtubs were heals. But this also was.
This also heals.
I don't know jack shit.
I don't know jack shit either. Let's use the meat machine. Deposited 1 meat into the grinder. Your maximum flesh roast 2 points. Okay.
There you have it.
Meat is very gradual.
Classic Dark Souls.
Oh, you kick them over.
Oh, neat. You've made like a little Stonehenge. Or Sandhenge, because it's not stone. I don't know what a henge is, frankly, but... Whoa.
Just some insects back here.
Television, though. What do we get? What do we get?
Learned calibration.
Calibration.
Oh. Yeah, these are insects.
Wait, Stonehenge isn't even a henge? Ugh. Now I feel cheated. What the hell?
Temporarily increases mightiness.
Okay. So now we have a basic plan of attack, right? We can defend ourselves up, we can power up, and then start really snapping at them.
Maybe we needed that cellophane. Hot dog was found. Because the blind seems...
Oh, yeah, the blind kind of took a chunk out. But, like, the amount of damage we were taking, and there were 4 of them, like, come on. That was tilted.
I've also got a Phoenix down, which is a useless item if you're alone. So I suspect perhaps we will find an ally.
Mm-hmm.
Touch act in Africa to the tether. Oh, we touch a thing and then we'll go to where we touched it. So these are warp points.
Okay, that kind of makes sense. All right, back in the saddle.
Back in the saddle.
Wait, this wasn't the way to...
No, we're gonna go over here and maybe buy some cellophane. And maybe we won't get bodied on our first encounter.
Very first encounter. Well, getting bodied is also an important part of the journey.
I cannot buy the bleak cellophane because
No, we're $25 short.
Because I bought the juice box. So I think
Wow.
I think we're going to have to go to the Iron Church of Killing in order to afford our juice box. This plus 10? That doesn't seem worth it. Maybe I'll go buy the bat. I could afford the bat, and it was a modest increase of power.
Mm-hmm.
I think the bat was down here. Amid the spikes. Okay, I have bought the bat.
Okay. Could use the optimize button. I like that.
I love a good optimize button. I also kind of like when an optimize button just freely admits it's not as... It won't always get the job done, you know? I get Final Fantasy V. It's like, you know, it's going to give you the most numbers. It might not. It's not going to think about it.
Yeah.
I forgot how we got to the Mount
I think you want to go up the central staircase there. And then just sort of follow that around.
Is grieving or in horrible agony? Well, they could be both. We didn't get to hear much of this song. Big fan of it. I only went to this town, though, because somebody told me that this was a town. You know?
Yeah.
Lose some bucks. Or we're going to have to get into a fight.
Alright. Okay, well, there's no cone man.
Let's go. Use our hypno sigils.
Yeah. Alright.
And I'm going...
All sleepy.
Let's calibrate.
It's calibration time.
Okay, and maybe I'll get more powerful when I kill them.
Nice. Oh, you lost your up arrow and now you're dealing like 10 less damage. I guess it didn't matter. You have them dead in 2 anyway. Well.
Okay, you do get a fair amount of money for killing. And you get...
Oh,
meat.
You get their meat.
Oh, and yeah, they explode.
Oh, wow. So that's kind of neat, right?
And to use your meat, you have to die.
Yeah. In most RPGs, right? You know, if we're just talking about your Dragon Quest or whatever, there's money and experience, there's hit points and defense. This seems to have like simplified that approach and been like, look, you want the juice, we can give you the juice. Oh no, it gave us sunglasses again.
Yeah, we cannot see. Wayne can't see a damn thing. I'm going to have to buy the bleak cellophane.
Yeah, or just completely dodge this monster.
Oh yeah, these things fucking suck.
Wow. Fuck.
Oh yeah, Cone Statue is a motherfucker.
Yeah. Okay, so another thing.
Yeah?
You might have a run button that you don't know about because this is a RPG Maker game.
Yeah. I'll try that.
It's too late now, of course, but we get to turn in our meat. We get to see this excellent animation again. Wonderful.
Let's meet up. 6 more health points. Amid the ocean soaks the wrath, and creatures below her oceans pardoneth in his shrunken surf. Well, we have to die again before we can go to the executive beach, so...
Yeah, that shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, that's
frankly.
I think it's going to happen.
I think we got that part well in hand.
Down here's the weapon shop. I'm interested in the accoutrement shop.
So yeah, next time you encounter the, like, I can't even remember the name of that.
The Cone Statue is the guy who is just wrecking my ass.
Yeah. Next time one of those pops up, you might be able to, before you enter a command, press a different button and a different menu will pop up.
Okay. Burrito. We may need burritos.
That's true. Definitely, like, huck at a burrito, but being able to see a damn thing might help. And so is that equipment? Do we have to give up a spot for that?
It's a crown.
It's a crown. Okay.
You wear it over your eyes so that the attacks do not.
Yeah. Well, Wayne does seem to have eyes.
Let's buy some frozen burritos,
Sure.
And worst case, I can always just turn them into healing items later.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? But yeah, that's kind of what I was saying, right? Like everything's simplified. You have money, and that's what you use to get stuff. And stuff is like attack, or it could also be health. There's not this like division of things into different like subsets or vectors of power. That's just, they've simplified it. I really approve of that. This motherfucker again. Okay, so
I think resting at the couch doesn't restore all of my health. It restores, like, I keep having like this much health.
Huh. So there's no other button here?
Yeah, pressing C brings up the fight and escape menu, but I'm
okay.
I'm gonna
so
try
there is I wanted to establish that there is an escape option, which is not immediately apparent. Fuck!
Oh damn.
Okay.
Maybe I do want to hypno sigils here. When these guys just all decide to attack, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, one of them like got upset with himself that one time. I wonder what that was about. Because like our defensive options are actually pretty great, and our offensive ones are terrible.
Okay. We can destroy it.
I think it's time for the hollow pleather again. Alright. Soup's on. Oh, now they're sulking. Maybe they had a bad nap and they feel bad about it. I do love the little like drum hit noises. Those are pretty great.
Now do I... The hot dog seems a little precious. Maybe I should have calibrated.
Nah, these guys are dead in 2 even if we calibrate. Because you go from like dealing 22 to dealing 30. And they have 40 health about.
I think we run from... did I get DB? Did I get credit for...
I don't think you did. I think you have to win.
You have to win.
Partial victories are not enough. Oh.
Bestial axe was found.
Bestial axe? Oh, and a water cooler. How nice.
We don't know how to
We don't understand the water cooler very well.
And there's a slime. Time steals away like a stream, and we glide hence away. Squish. That is what slimes say. Actually,
so
okay.
Bestial axe put our mightiness at 45.
That's double what we had before.
Yeah. And considering your might was 22 and you were dealing 22 damage to those guys, I think you might see some pretty dramatic improvements next time.
Up on the couch? Okay. Okay, I'm at 75 flesh.
That's 75.
My flesh was repeatedly going down. Like, let's see what happens after I teleport. 75 flesh. Okay.
Yeah, what got us?
What gets us?
It's like, I know that this game is trying to be like really out there, but there are some aspects of basic conveyance that I think need to happen regardless.
This was happening in Dark Souls, where I was just mysteriously lowering my max health for some reason, and I didn't know what was causing that.
So I've had that happen to me as well. However, I had the Daughters of Ash mod installed, and I just presumed that they had put that back in.
I'll just have to do like a clean I need to do a clean install anyways to get rid of all that cruft. So maybe I'll...
Do you? Isn't that just how you should play Dark Souls forever now? Just
no!
All the mods. Easy answer, Kaz.
I'm at 75.
All right.
I'm gonna save.
Okay. Good. So I think you should be able to one-shot the
cone heads, yeah.
The cone men. I don't know about the statue, but...
Oh, that guy remained exploded.
And wait a minute, this is a different guy. Yep, 45, okay. Died enough to get the pity prize, and now we can crush these motherfuckers. And was that only one meat? That's a little disappointing if true.
I think, how many meat did we get? Let's find out. We got 3 meat.
It was 3 meat. Okay. Never mind. Oh shit.
Yeah, cone statue is less frightening now because of their cellophane.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, looks like no variance in our damage output. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, we're just in a parking lot.
This guy doesn't have an attack. That looked like a Ruby Tuesdays parking lot.
And I can use hollow pleather outside of battle. Let's drink up. Use one of our juice boxes we found. Yes, we found it. Yeah, we're getting some meat.
3 deaths later, we're back on top of the world.
We just needed to die, it turned out.
Yeah, buying the baseball bat was for suckers, and we didn't know.
We didn't know. And the dynamite turned out to be pretty good, though. Ooh, we evaded.
It did give us a move. And that move might eventually be useful. Meat.
Seems like we get a meat for everybody we kill.
It's good. $103.
We get
sure.
The money. I think the berry shield might be like the thing I'm most interested in buying.
Just the gigantic health increase.
Yeah. Think of how much meat
that's
worth.
You can't ask for much better than one-shotting guys as far as attack, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good. The bestial axe turned out to be... Bestial axe is pretty good. And
I do love the tiny little drum roll for hits and the snappiness. The sound effects are so good.
Yeah, you get a hit off the...
Oh man, they had a frozen burrito too. Oh, they're really jocking for you. Look at them go.
Yeah, well, I will oblige them for now.
Yeah, you gotta really like Dithering to like this game.
And why wouldn't you? Ooh, evades.
Well, you know. Might have been just done with it after a time, I think. There's a particular era where Dithering was like great.
Yeah, I think...
No, here's the way I'll put it. I do love Dithering when it's like in monochrome, which this game basically does. I don't like it when it is a crutch to squeeze out extra colors when you just don't have enough. I think then it looks like total fucking ass.
I think this game did it to crush down the colors of photographs.
Yeah.
In the sense of like a Game Boy printer, you know? Wow, that's not great. Maybe I shouldn't kill the cone statue first.
I mean, the guys die in one hit, which is a good reason to go after them. And if you save the cone statue for last, it doesn't have any attacks.
Yeah, I wanted to kill it before it improved their mightiness, but that did not seem to happen.
It's too tall for that. You know, eventually we might find a third enemy type.
Why would we need a third enemy type?
Oh, you know,
this
variety.
This all the way down.
Fighting the same 2 enemies for the entire game.
I mean, you played Banner Saga. You can get accolades for doing that.
I want to say there was more stuff going on in the Banner Saga, but I have a very low opinion of that game, so basically there was not.
Yeah, use your stupid blinding attack.
But, you know, as the creator of the Castlevania 3 ROM hack, where I replaced every enemy with an owl, I do respect the hustle, yeah. And I do think there are enemies who are versatile enough to rate such an experience. Like, you can't just figure out how to fight the owl and be good for the game. Oh no, the owl has a wealth of tricks.
Banana Man wants blood. I think I will oblige it.
Okay, banana tongue. Yep. Alright. Just you, huh?
Should I just attack it, or should I use a move?
Let's try attacking. I feel like I need to figure it out.
Flesh ache.
Counterattack. Oh shit. I didn't notice that it had put on a counterattack. That's terrifying.
It did it. It does it before I attack, so I don't know. I don't know when it's going to counterattack.
Huh. Wow, this thing is a beast.
My attacks do as much damage as the burrito did, so... Oh, it's sulking. Okay.
And we eat the counter. Okay, great.
I even missed, and then it countered me.
Oh my god, it counters on a miss? Brutalizing.
Into the meat machine. 36 more health points.
Like, that puts us over 100. And we can more easily teleport back. That's not the most recent one, I don't think.
Nope, I want to go to town.
Oh, okay.
We've been getting money.
It's true.
Money is one of our ways to increase our power. How much money did we get? 1,300 bucks.
Oh, that would replace the cellophane.
Replace the cellophane, which I think we need the cellophane right now. The torso shell seems too small an upgrade to buy. 10. It's cheap, but.
Okay. So I'm gonna save up for the berry shield.
I could wear the turbo tendons.
I mean, we only have one weapon that's worth a damn, but presumably we will get better weapons eventually, and I don't know, maybe being able to hit real goddamn hard is gonna be good.
Now, when I wear 2 weapons, do I wear it in place of my shield, or do I just get another weapon slot? This seems like a perfect opportunity to use the saving system to find out.
Wait, there's a dash button?
I think it's auto dash. So let's see what walking
Oh, okay.
like.
You just move at half speed. Nice.
Okay, so let's buy the turbo tendon. And see how to use it. Oh, it's an outfit.
It's an outfit, okay.
Oh, it's an accoutrement.
Accoutrement, okay. Cool.
Yeah, it takes your shield away.
Oh. Well, perhaps if we get something to rival the bestial axe, that would end up being good. I rather don't know.
That seems pretty good too, and it's much more affordable.
What, the bad juju?
Yeah, the bad juju. I'm ready to share this.
Now, that I don't like at all. It's hard to tell what you've selected and what is not selected in a way that's different in this menu. You know, like, sure, we're going for like high affectation experience is a thing, but like, come on. You gotta have the basics down no matter what. Or if you don't, there has to be a good reason to not.
I tend to agree. I'm not going to beef with it a lot, but I think it is. I think they did not do it right.
Yeah, like that one little thing is just incorrect. Yeah. And that's fine. We're moving on from it.
We're moving on. So fork is okay. The bestial axe is not as good as the fork because the fork increases will by 50, but otherwise.
It is an equivalent mightiness.
Yeah, so we got like $3,000 for dying 3 times.
That's pretty good.
Forgot what shop this was. This was the tub. Can I climb up the back of the ladder? I can!
Wayne's talented like that.
Yeah, although I think I want to just go down.
Yeah. You're taking like the longest possible route.
I made a circuit, actually. Now, I forgot where everything in town was, so I just went everywhere to see if there's anything I wanted to buy.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Try again.
Now, I do dig this soundtrack. I think it's pretty great.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Everybody remains dead. So should I just lay pestilence upon the land until everyone's dead?
I mean, probably. If there's going to be a finite amount of battle resources, then we should probably do our utmost to kill them all. Got over 100 health. I'm sorry, flesh. How can we lose?
How can we lose? I became nauseated.
Poison.
Oh yeah, because of my poison. Yeah, it took 9 poison
damage.
Oh,
the bad juju.
Yeah, the bad juju.
Nice. You got yourself 9 extra damage. More meat.
Let's take care of the cone heads first, and then I'll work.
Yeah,
I'll try
I mean, we know we can defeat them for sure, and without even much effort, frankly.
I got touched.
That's the last 10 damage that this encounter is going to deal.
His mightiness went up.
I wonder why they made so many backgrounds. I mean, I don't hate it. It's,
yeah.
You know, keeping me guessing and all that.
I'm gonna fight the flesh ache.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to prepare this time. Because it, like, does nothing a fair amount of time, I'm not going to, Yeah, see?
Ouch. Okay, this thing might be on a strict schedule.
Yeah.
So like it does the nothing, then the counter, and then the flesh attack. Right, so this is a nothing turn.
Okay, I poisoned it though. I'm gonna guard this turn.
Now it's going to counterattack. Yeah.
I'm gonna guard again.
Alright, cool. And then, okay. So this thing is on a strict schedule.
Okay, so now I can attack. Yeah, you noticed that. I would not have noticed that. Poison putting in some work.
Nice. Defeated him.
500
500 bucks. 3 meat. That thing was worth 3 meat on its own. Outstanding.
Try the TV.
Ooh, a wild television. Give me your technique. Yes! Banana.
Space shurikens.
Space shurikens. Damn right I learned space shurikens. Every day of my life.
Want to try it out? I want to kill one of the cone heads and then we'll try it out.
It's probably going to be like total overkill on these guys, but...
Strikes quickly, deals double damage.
Oh, that's way too much for the cone guy, but... let's save it for a target that...
Yeah, the flesh... It'll be good against the flesh ache.
Yeah.
Because you only get to attack them every so often anyways.
50 wheel for double damage.
Oh, the enemies move when you're in the item pickup text. They were approaching me.
That can probably lead to some nasty situations, I would imagine.
You know the cone cultists were causing problems. And now we are solving those problems with an axe that we got for dying 3 times.
Yeah, like Hades gave us an axe, so we're gonna just, you know, get to chopping.
That was a funny Steam review that I saw make the rounds on like Twitter, where like a person was complaining that I typed the wrong character. That a roguelike, it was said this game was described as a roguelike, but you don't get incremental upgrades after dying. And I know that's what a roguelike is. So why is this called a roguelike? And I was like,
Oh, you sweet summer child.
You poor little creature.
Allow me to introduce you to the Berlin interpretation of what a roguelike is.
That's like what a modern roguelike is. But...
Honestly, I think that their argument, although clearly containing certain ignorances, is laudable.
It's like, not wrong. It's just...
No, it's indicative of the evolution of language, which we should allow to take place. People don't need to play fucking Rogue anymore, alright? Things don't need to be, like, grid-based. Okay? We don't need that no more. It's not a virtue in itself.
Do I still get to play Ancient Domains of Mystery, though?
Yeah, as much as you want.
Because I like that game.
If you like it, then you can still play it. I'm just saying, like... I'm talking about, like, with regard to the creation of new games, and the nomenclature thereby.
Yeah.
You can play I think I am arguing for the same thing as you are. I think you should be able to play Ancient Domains of Mystery. I don't think there should be an Ancient Domains of Mystery 2022.
They did make a new ADOM called Ultimate ADOM that I have not expressed that much interest in. I keep looking at it, and it's like, it looks a little weird. I'm not going to play it.
Yeah.
I'm going to play this 30-year-old game instead.
That's kind of how I felt about like Diablo 4 getting announced or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you know, maybe not. Maybe I've kind of wrung the well dry for all that. In particular, I've played far too much Diablo 2, which everyone knows.
Jupiter Hell. That was the Steam review. It was for Jupiter Hell.
Jupiter Hell.
Which apparently is Doom RL, like, turned into a more... Because Doom RL was Doom roguelike. They made a roguelike that was based off Doom. And that's been around forever.
Okay.
I can imagine making that into a...
So, Doom is kind of famous for having like its level design be like a thing.
Yeah.
Like everyone loves the level design of Doom.
It was a shooter
right?
that had a level design.
Yeah.
Which was novel.
Taking that away from Doom, that kind of reminds me of.
Oh, well, it's not a shooter. I think Doom roguelike is a roguelike.
Okay, well, fine then. But
yeah,
I'm trying to imagine if you took just the concept of Doom and applied, procedural level design and repeated runs to it, and I think that would be the dog's breakfast of a video game, and I would probably hate every second I was playing it.
I can imagine that. Yeah, we're running a little low on resources. Probably going to allow... I might either die here or allow... I'm going to go to 8 here, actually. They're going to attack me down to 18, then they'll attack down to 8. And then
unless this one gets the mightiness.
Ooh.
Okay.
You got the mightiness, but I went down to 12.
Right. But down by 12, 2-6. So...
Yeah, there's enough watts where I don't have to speculate on Doom with bad level design. As always, the ice comes in with a heater.
So there was another video game that took the same concept, just with a different genre, even a specific different franchise. I forget what it was called. It was like a game called like 30XX or something, where we know the Ninja Shuriken.
Space Shuriken.
Yeah, we know Space Shurikens.
I think I killed
good teleport though. Nice.
I was looking for someone to kill me, but I appear to have laid waste to the land.
It reset our total position, which is nice. But yeah, 30x. It's either 20XX or 30XX or something dumb. But that game is terrible. It is like the worst concept that I have ever seen go to completion. Like, Mega Man games are also kind of like famously about their levels. And the ones that have dogshit level design are pilloried and hated, and the others are lauded. And to like willingly decline to make levels in such a thing is just so misguided. All right.
Okay, keep this image in your mind. We seek this.
I don't think I need to.
No, but we're on a quest for the paper cup for the guy who was outside. He said to turn the machine on and sleep there, and you would receive a vision. We were going to press...
Receiving a vision of intestines?
No, the image of the... I think this is this is the thing that we need to dig by.
Oh, well, that's kind of blurry in my vision, so you're gonna have to remember.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
How blurry is it?
I mean, I can't make out the details of the thing. It just looks like a jaggy...
What if I do...
I have no idea.
It won't let me stream it. It won't let me. It'll only let me screen share to you at 720. It will not.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just do it again. It'll give me the full juice for a second, and I will use that to my advantage. To our mutual advantage, because I'm helping you also.
There was an option in the stream thing that said better text readability. So actually, no, I have an idea. Maybe it gins his Discord in like 2 seconds. Okay. We're abusing the fact that Jen's Discord has
Yeah, someone is boosting it. 2 boosts.
Yeah, it's been boosted so the stream quality is higher.
We've got boost power.
We've got boost power. This might help, it might not.
That totally helped. Yeah. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, boost power. Anyway, thanks, Snip and Sketch. I know exactly what the thing looks like forever now. Pray continue.
Yeah, we abused this to watch. Oh. X marks the spot, I guess. So I draw a line between this and this and this, and in the center of these
Wait,
two
I've
things.
seen one of those before.
Yeah,
Hold on.
we're looking for this.
Yeah,
We're
this is
receiving a
what we're
vision.
actually looking for.
I'm also
All right.
also going
I
to
think I
take
got
a
it.
screenshot of this, just in case.
And honestly, if triangulation works the way I think it should, we should only need 2 of those in order to be able to find the right spot. The Sage of Brains. Nice.
There's birds.
Yeah, they're picking your brain.
Do I go back to sleep?
I think so.
Escape the vision. Everybody explodes. Okay, so let's look for one of the things.
So I certainly remember seeing the rightmost thing, which should put us on the path.
Then let's look for the leftmost thing. This is the leftmost thing.
That, yes, okay. Oh, it's right here. This is the spot. Right in between all of this shit.
Hard paper cup.
Perfect.
Let us examine the paper cup.
All right, well, that was not as difficult as I expected it to be, so I'm closing.
A vaguely cube-shaped sphere, which you received from a strange hermit. Mysterious glyph and vegetable motifs adorn its smooth surface. We got the paper cup. Are we going to get a party member? After I laid waste to everybody? One day we may cross another artifact from the old times which will require the paper cup. Whatever. Magnificent!
Alright,
well... got a boyo. And I think I know what we can use the paper cup for. You drank deep of the fluid.
Good. Good. What is our companion's name?
Oh, Datus Mulin. This was his mountain.
Ah.
And it increased his will as well. So maybe he'll get the flesh increase we'll get from meat.
No. Does that mean we shouldn't have turned in any of our meat?
We didn't turn in that much meat. I'm willing to just...
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
no, this is
God.
Yeah.
Think of optimizing this game. Come on.
Panorama. May confuse enemies. Inflicts slight damage.
Oh, you show them a panorama.
He has a dirt.
I want to say that's a subtle dig at, what's it called? You know, the Persona. With their dioramas.
An esteemed archaeologist from Torfrit, the mechanized city, enjoys working arrogantly despite insects. Same. Oh, and he's got really high philology, but very little guts.
Okay. So, if we ever figure out what philology is for, then we'll have him do that.
We have laid waste.
I like when you, like, enter the screen and, like, the guy re-explodes into bones. That's really wonderful.
I'm gonna go talk to the TV to see if Dilf here can learn anything from it. How was his name,
if he can also learn space shurikens?
Datus Mulin, his name's Dilf.
Hmm.
Hello, Burned Head.
Okay. Once again, learn space shurikens, but did that apply to Datus Mulin?
It did.
Hell yes!
So
Tasked losers. Time to go back home.
Time to go
Teach him some ablative hollow hollow pleather.
And we need to die so that he can learn calibration.
Oh, that's true.
I'm sure we will die in good time.
Yeah, that's... Oh, no need to rush. Although we have a shite load of money now.
This looks different.
I'm pretty sure it was like that.
Does this bridge have, like, art objects on it? Well, let's get equipped.
Yeah, this game is certainly going.
Ah,
I will say that.
that's the item shop. Our burritos now serve a purpose. Should I go ahead and buy a bleak cellophane for Desdemulin, or are we out of the area where...
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cheap compared to what we have. How much was the fork? I think the fork is going to be important.
The fork was 4,000.
Ah, hell. Well, probably a bleak cellophane would be fine, and we'll just come back for the fork when we have another little bit of cash.
The game doesn't seem shy about handing it out.
Yeah.
The weapon shop is down here by the spikes. Yeah, I'm having a good time with the game. It might be trying a little too hard, but not that much too hard, you know?
I guess what keeps me in it is the absolute dedication to the craft. Like, absolutely all of this was modeled from clay and then photographed. And they just decided, you know what? I need a bunch of spikes. I need 35 different shapes to go in this field.
Need some shapes
for a puzzle later. Like, that's hard to ignore, you know? And so that part of the effort of creating it alone keeps me in it, I think.
I forgot where the armor shop was above the tub. But you go right. Okay, because I wanna armor up my boy.
Hmm.
Or buy the berry.
It would do not at all to get him ranched in his debut.
Although if he does, then I'll probably just find a way to die so that we can go talk to the TV.
Yeah.
I think the armor shop was up here, right? Yeah, it's like this one.
I thought there were only 3 shops. Because you had, like, this guy, and then items below, and then weapons on the other side.
Oh, no, it's this one. This is armor. By the banana.
Oh, the banana man, right. Okay. Oh, that berry shield.
I can buy the berry shield.
Hot nut.
I'm gonna buy the berry shield, and then I'm gonna buy 2 torso shells.
Sure. Get dressed.
And we'll get an accoutrement for Dilfir later. I think we're done at the mechanized city. There wasn't anything to do northerly, I don't think. Was there?
Nah, I think that was a big sandbox. We got the thing from it that we would have wanted.
It was the master
which
of
is
the
a
paper
party
cup.
member. Oh yeah, it's another thing we got to remember to do when we die.
Yeah, our in the VIP beach.
All right, well, back to Wayne's residence.
Wayne's World. Oh, there's a kitten.
Oh, the cat had a kitten. How about that? It's just like in Chrono Trigger.
And it's following me, just like in Chrono Trigger. You learned from the television.
Yes.
Ablative
Now
hollow
anyone
pleather.
can have the ablative hollow pleather.
Let's take a bath.
Maybe you should bathe. I feel like the game is calling out to me.
The berry shield seems pretty good.
Yeah.
16 health.
Yep.
Okay, so we got told not to go. We've been given very little guidance. Let's see what this guy has to say. Mm-hmm.
Let's falsify a crystal strongly.
To the northeast is the wandering city of Elgan. That's not what he said before.
Elganarapon.
That was not the city he said before. Maybe it changed.
Well, this is a wandering city, right? So perhaps the wandering city wandered in. Yep, now it's Elganarapon, the wandering city. It's not mechanized anymore, but it seems to be the same place. Yeah, I think it's just whatever he called the thing is now its name. That's kind of cute.
That's pretty damn good, actually. So where should we go? Here? Mysterious Tower.
Well, I mean, our walking space is strictly limited, right?
Yeah, we can go here or maybe to the other place.
Yeah, on the other port.
The skull.
Right, be aware of the floating skulls.
Be aware of the skulls. Oh! It's a boat!
Oh,
and I gotta open the water lock.
Oh, excellent.
I better open the water
Padello.
lock. Yeah, the Padello. Yeah,
the Padello.
The Padello's back.
Hell yes.
It shows their legs. If I save here, will it show their... Nope, it just shows their legs.
I mean, what more of the creature do you need?
To initiate warp, make contact with the central node. Unauthorized access is discouraged. Not forbidden, just discouraged. Thank you for understanding. Okay.
Alright. Another anguished character.
Batter our lives.
Batter our life.
It must be purified.
Will do.
Warp access is currently infested. The creatures fear the dotted red line and will not cross it. Enjoy your time in the warp access.
Alright, well.
So they won't, the Dookies won't come down here? Nope, they can't get past.
Nope. Yep,
well,
they're too twisted.
I was looking for a way to die.
Yeah, let's talk to Pyramid Head here.
Let's just see what kind of numbers they're working with.
You know, Spiral Rabbit.
3 damage through a guard. Spiral Polycetrate.
Yeah.
Okay, they do
with great speed.
Okay, they're not that tough.
Okay, fine. We can beat them up.
It may be difficult for them to kill us, actually.
And just snap our fingers at a Doom Spiral.
Okay, that's stunned.
Yo, nasty.
Should I unequip all my stuff and let them kill me so I can go use my meat?
Nah, we're fine.
$600.
We'll just beat them up some more. It'll be fine.
There's the skull.
Oh wow. Oh, that's gnarly. All right, we have access to warp. Well, we're here now.
Cube.
Cube. It's a brain on a stick.
Oh, does each usage of the paper, is the paper cup annihilated after I use it?
Well, I mean, You don't really reuse those, right?
That, by normal logic, that is the... Oh my god, we found a new overworld.
Yep. We are definitely here now.
There are insects. Should I go back to warp access, or should I explore this spot?
And go wherever.
Give me guidance, Kaz. I'm asking because I'm asking because I'm deferring.
I got you. We are meant to be here. Ignore that turtle and go to the nearby shelter. Pick up the little ladder thing. I'm sure that's where we need to be.
I can't walk on that square. I can only go around it.
Get around it. Go with the little ladder thing. Yeah. This. See, there's a pile of cash there. It could be ours. We just get past that man. Oh.
Mustilidae, I summon thee. He's summoning a weasel! No, not just one! Oh, shit.
Oh, sweet. Time to show him our shuriken.
I also wanted to use hypno sigils here, actually.
Oh, okay. That's probably fine. Someone else can use the shuriken.
Let's attack Mustilidae.
Eat banana!
Okay, we found our target. He used to dance.
Weasel dance.
Ripped your flesh.
Oh my.
Oh, the weasel dance makes them very...
Oh, it makes them dodgy? That's nasty. Oh my god. How can you hit a weasel?
We'll calibrate. Oh, the guards. Oh shit, unleash the dark flame. Wayne took some damage. Okay. Okay, so Wayne, attack Mustelid A. Dilf, use a blade of hollow pleather on yourself.
Nice.
We are just kind of breaking into this vault, though, so we're kind of in the wrong, but... Who summons a weasel?
A fiend, clearly. Look, we want what's behind him, so we're killing him to get it. I don't see the problem here. Uh-oh.
There's more hollow pleather.
Yeah, I knew like a friend of a friend who used to like keep weasels as a thing.
I exploded his meat. Let's take his toilet burrito. No, bad juju. So we found a bad juju for Destulan. Artificial bicep.
Okay.
$50. $50. And a television.
And a television.
Detonation. That sounds exciting.
See? Little bonus for us. How nice.
Inflicts 250% damage, slow casting speed. That might be like a multi-turn thing, maybe?
Yeah. Like a hyper beam.
Yeah, hyper beam. I've been thinking about weasels because of a YouTube algorithm recommended me a video about a guy called the Mink Man, who is a weirdo in Utah, who decided that he really liked minks, and he would rescue minks from a fur farm and train them and rehabilitate them, and he used them to invent a sport he calls minkenry, which is falconry, only with minks. Where you hunt and fish using a trained mink instead of a falcon. Now, a mink, if you're not quite sure, it is halfway between an otter and a weasel. So they're like water-liking weasels. And the video that YouTube wanted me to watch was him renting out his and his mink's services on a farm where there were mini rats living under a chicken coop. And he would release his mink and command it to go under the chicken coop, and it would just with gusto attack and murder the rats. So he was hunting the rats below the chicken coop with the power of his mink and the trust and faith he puts in his mink and the camaraderie of minkenry, the falconry of minks.
That's the right way to be like a isolated weirdo in Utah. Not the way where you like it like
a couple of wives.
Where you like buy a bunker from some chiseler and like a bunch of guns. That sucks.
No, you invent a sport called minkenry.
A sport for minks.
Oh, we found another cat. Okay.
Oh wow. Bed upstairs. Wait. I don't know if beds work.
Beds do seem to work. They gave us a vision the last time we used a bed, but we had a dream machine by it. He also wrote a book about minkenry. If you're interested in training and getting your own
what else are you going to do with your following up on your studies? You have to share what you've learned with the world, right?
Are you interested in minkenry, Kaz?
Getting more interested by the second.
Get yourself a mink. Train it.
I don't know if my cats would get along with it. Is the thing?
It seemed to be okay with a.
Probably be terrified.
It was okay with a dog. The dog and the mink appeared to be comrades.
Well, dogs can be like very dumb about that kind of thing, right? Like,
well, this was a dog that was trained to kill rats, but was okay with a mink.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, people do the mustelids, although ferrets are like cats, only a lot of work. You can never own a recliner if you own a ferret.
Oh dear. Oh, they're on patrol.
Yeah, that's a guard.
Is it also going to summon ferrets? And then there's like a Twizzler man.
Is that a switch? No.
I don't know if anything is anything in this game, frankly.
You've got malign hologram A, guard, and malign hologram B.
Malign hologram. That's me on my bad days, unfortunately.
They became nauseated. Have Wayne attack this one, have Dilf attack this one. I'm presuming that poison and 2 attacks will harm it. Oh.
See, having lived much of my life in Southwest Virginia and later Northern Virginia, I have no affection for skunks at all. There was one that nested under my deck for a while. You know, it was the winter and got cold. I think it was a brood mother, actually. But my god, the stench.
They do stink. I appreciate them from a distance.
I know.
I like them, but I don't want to
be
If you never
have to deal with them. Or the kind, there's like a particular kind of skunk that break dances. And they're very cool, conceptually, but I don't ever want to be near one. Or acquired a vegetable? Amazing. Just that one, I guess. Oh. It's a good healing item. But yeah, if you search YouTube for breakdancing skunk, you'll probably find the thing that I'm talking about.
Oh, we had to go here.
This thing controls the harbor gate? Oh, okay. Good. Touch.
Manifesting horrid projection. You got guard and
shit.
horrid projection. You know what?
I thought he just had a new name for his hologram, buddy. Oh no.
You weren't lying. Okay. Let's kill the guard now that the guy's asleep.
Yeah, it does look like there are two plunging feet coming out of that horrible shape.
It is a horrid projection. We nauseated it. It's feeling a bit queasy.
Nice. Cause damping.
Can't use special skills for silenced.
Yeah, well, guess what, buddy? We weren't using them anyway.
And it used hollow blade of armor. We're no longer dampened. I'm gonna use my abilities.
I mean, I know what like a blade of hollow pleather looks like. Can't fool me.
Can I combine calibration with space shurikens? I'm gonna try
Probably.
detonation.
Yeah, detonate that motherfucker.
I'm gonna try panorama. That's Dilf's special skill.
An engrossing panorama.
Wow, Wayne has a lot of fucking health, and this is a percentage health increase. So it. I'm gonna have Wayne attack, and I'll have Data Smulin will use the blade of hollow pleather on. Oh, it's only yourself. Oh. You have to. You can't heal each other. You have to heal yourself. That's interesting. You can't ablate someone else. Okay. They have to ablate.
I'm pretty confident that this thing has exactly 400 health.
Yeah, because well, yeah.
It's getting 120 from the blade of hollow pleather, so if we can, just chip that down. Toxic cranial appendage.
I may need to use my vegetable.
Yes, come to me, cactus.
Can I put it to sleep and then let it
Oh, just poison out?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it won't stay asleep forever. I can confuse it. Juice.
Juice.
Okay, Wayne's going to have to heal. I think you have to use a juice. And it's attacking multiple of us. Man, this thing's nasty. So let's use hypno sigils. You use a blade of hollow pleather. This is the kind of like treading water that usually is bad at a boss fight.
Oh, okay. Got him asleep though.
Yeah, so let's
Oh, now we can power up.
This guard. Now, it will eventually wake up, though.
I'm thinking we should be able to do like a calibrate big move, and then that'll sort him out.
Yeah, well, calibration and okay, we'll see if like calibration will work with space shurikens or detonation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know how to calibrate.
Ah, just detonate him then.
Yeah, so he's going to wake up soon, so we're going to just get working. Yes, see, right here. Oh.
Yep, blammo. Got him. Easy.
Wayne's crew is victorious. $2,000 found.
Hey, nice.
Muscle applique found. Meat found.
So between the bicep, the muscle applique, and
I forgot we had
like
bicep.
the money.
Permanently increases mightiness by 2.
Oh.
Who we giving the muscle to? I think it's got to be Wayne, right? He's our guy.
We attack with both of these people a lot, so it probably doesn't matter in the abstract. Like, if we knew specific, like, cut points that we were trying to hit, then that would be something.
Artificial bicep.
Oh, wow.
I forgot that as well. I think he needs the...
Oh, it's a deflector.
Yeah, I think he needs it more.
Okay.
But let's, I don't know exactly what it does, so... Our best thing is the Dirk deflector. Yeah, it adds 10
It's
mightiness.
10 mightiness on a deflector.
And it adds flesh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, did we actually hit the switch there, or
Yeah, it's active.
Okay.
I can't activate it again. He attacked you because I pressed the switch.
All right, all right. I wanted to make sure. I thought he might have been like getting out in front of us to prevent us from doing
Should I
that
kill
very
these?
thing that we were trying to do.
I'm gonna kill them for their meat.
Yes. We crave killing. See, I don't know if I've talked to you and your audience about this before, but there's a way that games have to express morality systems, and most any game that has a moral choice system in it actively works against that for actually expressing a morality. There's, I mean, my God, any number of examples that I could start on, and my head is getting log jammed with them trying to think. But the basic idea is games are very good at incentives, right? Like, do a thing, get a thing. Kind of very basic incentives.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, make number go up is a very natural human inclination. We likes to number go up. So if we can do something that makes the number go up, we will do it. That kind of thing. Just in a very basic sense. And it doesn't matter what framing you put around that. I'm never going to feel bad about murdering these creatures in a game.
Yeah.
Like, in real life, there's a whole, like, constellation of consequences for behaving in such a way about, like, murdering strange creatures in the woods, for instance. But here it's like this, you know, carefully crafted, very sanitized, very simplistic environment. If you thereafter try to attach, like, you know, sweeping moralisms to human behavior after that, within this little sandbox environment you've created, you haven't actually said anything of relevance.
Oh, God.
Now, let's save that one for later. Oh, speaking of saving.
Yeah, we should. Actually, I think I'm going to, I want to save. Okay. If this will kill me, I'm going to let it kill me.
Yeah, nice.
Butaplasm. Butaplasm. It's just a creature.
Yeah, I guess Rom the vacuous spider has no ill intent toward us, and neither do we have any to it.
Rom. Rom is such a weirdly named thing. It's basically Rom the stupid spider.
Yeah.
That spider is stupid. What makes Rom stupid? Don't know. The great one. It hides the blood moon.
Yeah, that's one of the true terrors of learning the unlearnable about the galaxy. Perhaps these powerful non-human intelligences are actually very ignorant and stupid. Wouldn't that be a darker revelation?
Little parasol out here.
Is that a television?
Access terminal?
Terminal. All right. What? Oh. Good work. We made it.
We got two. Oh, there's a television.
Oh, we could totally like take the Padella over to that if we just get back the way we came, right?
Yeah. Get some cash.
Someone just left this sitting around on the beach.
$1,000.
It's ours. That's speed tech right there.
Yep. Any more just money. The rainbow background. Let's go in the house. Hopefully there'll be a guy who can kill me.
Into the house. Oh, there's a television. Bubbles. Learn bubbles.
Learn bubbles.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Wayne. I left my magic gauntlet in the basement. Now it's infested with ambulant skulls.
Oh shit, that's bad. We learned from that sign that that's very bad.
I think I've seen Medibot say this before. Maybe you could help me retrieve them? I mean, the gauntlets. We should avoid the skulls. Okay. Nice. Subnosa has joined your party. Well, let's relearn bubbles. So that they can have bubbles.
Alright, cool.
Let's look at their dossier. Holds dominion over the bugs. She says this world is his pungent biscuit, and she its effulgent radiance. They have a demon skull and a poncho.
Demon skull and a poncho already. Wow.
And they can get the trash can lid. Helmet wrought from the skull of a powerful demon.
Soul of a demon.
Now you've got poncho power.
Yes, I quite agree.
It's toilet paper. Your flesh and will were restored. It's only a toilet. There's nothing for you here. Okay. Can I use the couch?
Oh, sweet. Crystal.
It's empty.
That's gonna be nice.
Can I get out of bounds to go talk to that trash can? Cat. There's a fridge.
Honestly, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I figure if it's gonna happen, it'll happen. You gotta choose spots.
I want to touch one of the skulls.
You should save first.
I mean, I just hit a warp crystal. Touch me.
Well, you know.
Oh.
Oh, yes. There we go. No fight at all.
They just kill you.
They just kill you. That's kind of great, actually. That's useful to have. Oh, no! Desdemona didn't come with us. I'm sorry, what's her name?
Yeah, but then we won't recruit recruit the demon skull until we do the dungeon, I think. We must avoid the skulls.
Okay. Well, Jesus. Good luck. Fucking A.
I remembered at eve the convexity of sleep. Yours was a wandering and benignly grace. He bungled below the fate deep, invisibly despite lurid populace. I wanted the money. $1,000 for some roach food. I mean, they gave us $1,000 outside.
That's true.
I think they want us to have the roach food. It was a key item. The core of a successful roach farming operation is quality roach food.
Mm. We got 2 of it somehow.
I think I will stand here forever. Okay, now this guy is a hater and might kill me. Shit, I got hung up.
Oop. Okay. Alright, alright.
Oh, fuck up. Servants.
Oh my god.
No, this is good. They're clumping up.
Okay, okay. Sure.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna try an advanced technique.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. The save and load to reset their positions.
Yeah, the Dark Souls. I want to Dark Souls it.
The most powerful spell in Dark Souls.
Doesn't work. They're smarter than me.
This is bad.
Get them to follow me down here. Yeah, I can. So they will eventually come down here.
This really sucks. They should be on patrol. They should not. They should not be like this.
Oh my god, that dipshit is in the way!
No! You were supposed to stand over there forever, you jackass! How could you do this to us?
You have a warp, it's cool. We found most of the warp crystals. I'm not going to use my meat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Meat is for later.
This was the wrong place, so...
Oh, shit.
I'm prepared.
Ah, good. That's the way we warp back. Okay. I'll get another shot at this.
And if I'm pooched, they put a warp crystal here. I just have to pick the right one.
Yeah. I think it was the yellow one. But we will see. Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
That looked close.
Yeah, I think if I had immediately moved right upon getting in, it would have worked. Should I go recruit them? Alrighty then.
Somnosa. The poncho power.
Bubbles. And mini leech drains enemies' flesh points. I thought Somnosa might have sleeping abilities, but that does not appear to be the case.
Alright. Successfully juked them. Nice. Wasn't even that hard. We just happened to have gotten trapped.
I'm gonna bet those are weapons for... yeah. These gauntlets allow the wearers to convert various creatures into mightiness.
Whoa.
That's pretty dang powerful. 65. Okay, now let's save and talk to a skull and see if it will murder us. So that I can use meat and give everybody in the party meat. Kill me!
Okay, asked and answered. And then?
Meat time.
Oh, great!
82 points.
Outstanding.
Now let's go to the VIP beach. We could use the paper cup with this machine.
Yeah, wait, I thought the meat conversion ratio was 2 to 1, not 1 to 2. I mean, I'm happy for that. Just we got a lot more bang for our buck there than I expected.
Now, where do we go?
Well, I mean,
We can go back to where we were.
we still have the Padello.
Yeah, we can go to the Patel. Actually, was there anything at the place where we were? I want to save here.
I don't think there was. I mean, yes, saving at the warp spot is probably objectively correct, but yeah, I don't think there was anything else for us here. It would just be like using the terminal to teleport back to the Blue Mountain and walking all the way through the Blue Mountain to where it came from, which was the warp field.
Yeah, so I think we want to look at find some televisions.
Well, I mean, we got a lot of bugs back in whatever that town's named now, the Wandering Town.
Yeah.
She definitely has a Hollow Knight thing going on.
Yeah, Hollow Knight plus Eco.
Yep.
Maybe I should stream that game. I streamed like 10 minutes of it when I was doing like a Taster's Choice streams, trying to find a thing to stream. Like years ago at this point. Let's look at our items.
Well, here are the bugs in case you think.
Oh, right, yeah. She has dominion over bugs. We have almost 5,000. I could buy the
fork?
The fork. Oh, fuck, you're right.
Wow.
Who needs the mightiness? How much mightiness was that?
Where does the mightiness go?
It's like
it goes to her.
It's 1 mightiness. Okay. Actually, no, everybody gets the mightiness. Okay.
Oh.
So we should just talk to bugs.
Ah, yes, Egalaropon, the Wandering City.
That's a
so there's an entire, like the entire blue field was just full of bugs.
Yeah,
so
to go back.
We got some mightiness ahead of us.
Maybe now I could buy the turbo tendons, but no, if I do that I can't buy the fork.
Yeah, fork comes first, I think.
Fork will make
then
will make Dilf much more formidable. Formidable. They're down here by the spikes. Need an instrument for stabbing?
Fork.
Oh, I think some Snuffs I can only use the magic gun. Let's see, it's not highlighted.
That's probably for the best.
Like, let's see if I can give you the... Yep, nope. You can only use the magic gauntlet. So, should I give Wayne the fork?
Instead of the bestial axe?
Yeah.
I think that Dilf should still have the fork, because Desdemona has the exploder skill or whatever.
They both do.
Oh, really?
Everybody has that.
Oh. Okay, well, do whatever.
I'll give it to Wayne.
I think this is marginal.
Yeah. Although, yeah, I'm gonna give the fork to Wayne because Desdemona, the artificial bicep gives Desdemona more mightiness, so they will want to attack more rather than use moves.
Okay.
I could use an accoutrement. I don't have any. Let's sell my crap. See what kind of returns I can get for it. I'm gonna sell the bat for 25. Looks like you get half back. Yeah, you get half.
Pretty standard.
I could sell the roach food for $2.
I am disinclined to do that. This is kind of what I was talking about with incentives, right? Like, if having perceived that exchange rate for roach food to dollars, the game gave you some kind of stated moral imperative that you should sell roach food, that would feel weird, right? You'd be like, why did you tell me that? Why did you tell me that I am on the quest to sell roach food? This rate of return sucks.
It also kind of makes me think we got ripped off by the roach food seller. It was the guy who said, I will stand here forever now. Because,
yeah. I don't mind that.
Sent 1,000, like, I don't mind it either. Because they gave it the $1,000 for free. Okay, the Chrome Bowler is better than... Not better than Demon Skull, but better than Bleak Cellophane.
Better than the Bleak Cellophane. But you can't wear anything else with Combat Bill.
The Torso Shell is better than the Poncho by a little bit. I'm going to try something out. I'm going to buy the Combat Shell. Or Combat Bell. And see what wearing it does. Oh.
Well.
It takes your deflector crown and accoutrement off.
Yep, that's a no sale, Chief.
Yeah, not into that. I think we're done here.
I mean, that might have been the thing at some point where like all the stuff we had was garbage, and that's pretty cheap, but not anymore. That's not for us.
Now we're going to go north to go talk to the TV there.
Yes.
Or maybe talk to any bugs that might live there.
Yeah, maybe we'll get an Umaro, and then they only have one equipment slot anyway.
The name of the mountain changed.
Moapellabor?
Yeah. Or I think it did.
I don't think it did.
There's the TV.
Everyone needs space shurikens. Get over here.
I forgot to talk to the TV in hell. Well, we'll go back at some point.
Yeah, that's... I'm confident that we are going to die again at some point.
Yeah.
If even to just another...
skull.
You know.
Yeah, I can go back whenever I want. I just have to go talk to his skull.
Just talk to his skull.
Hell is only an ambulance skull away. It's like, that's how we say it here. And we'll return to Wayne's house. We can get to the Padello.
Yeah.
I feel like we left a lot unexplored at another kitten. This really is Chrono Trigger.
Oh no. Oh no, now you're stuck. Trapped by the kittens. It's gonna become increasingly perilous to come back to your house. Okay. But everyone deserves a little ablative hollow pleather in their life.
It is one of our most useful skills. So what did you think of our first outing with hylics?
It was a little rough going, but I think it's growing on me.
Yeah, I'm quite enjoying myself.
Like, this kind of thing strikes me as just, like, way too, like, trying way too hard to be weird. And it's like, oh, look at all these funky shapes and shit. But this genuinely had more to it than that.
Yeah.
I think one thing that brought me around was the effortfulness with which all of the clay modeling went into like making all this shit happen.
Yeah.
The fact that it genuinely did things that I kind of like. If you're going to be like a really weird JRPG, making your system simpler is a pretty good place to start.
I like all the visual stuff. I think it's like, as art, it is good. The gameplay stuff is all pretty solid. Not impressed by many of the words, although some of the words have been pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a crapshoot, right? Whenever you talk to an NPC, it's like, are they going to tell you a bit of poetry, or are they going to give you information about the world that you're in and the quest you're on? Who knows?
Who knows?
Bit of a, like I said, bit of a crapshoot in that regard.
It won't let me down all my.
No, you're too full of juice.
Well, I wanted to.
Also, some of the like flavor text jokes have been pretty good.
Yeah, those have been good.
I don't know. I like you've got poncho power.
Now you've got poncho power. I think that's going to be it for now. We'll play some more of this soon.
Hylics. Some more hylics.
More hylics. I
mean, hopefully next week at this time, right? This
is
kind of like our slot.
Just whenever, yeah, definitely at least next week. We might do it on Tuesday. I don't know.
Oh, gotcha.
But I think the level of strangeness is a good level. Okay, a feel-good level of strangeness.
Yeah.
Oh, it shouldn't take us that long to finish this game. We might finish. We got half the warp crystals today. So next time we'll probably get the other half.
It's true.
But
we died the expected number of times before they handed us an item that could help us stop from dying.
Yeah, we got through like a few. We got like through an encounter without the cone pyramid. But when the cone statue was there, the men were there, like that. That was too much. Like, but then it was like, here, let's just let you out of this. Like, okay.
Like they had 40 health and hit for 10. But this was the stopper.
This far, no further.
Ugh, amazing.
So that's going to be it for now. Thanks for joining, everybody. Good night.